Hello world, how you guys doing? Welcome to Mayhem in May, and guess what? It is day 15, and today's topic is keeping track of your books. Listen, you are talking to somebody who is in the financial space heavily, and one of the things I make sure of is I'm counting every penny. It is very, very important in business. If you want to stay alive in business, if you want to stay afloat in business, you want to make sure that you're keeping track of your books. So guys, let's get started. So my tip before we dive into the information is to ensure the long-term financial stability of your business. It is important to stay on top of your books and budget. Hiring and qualified business accountants is a valuable investment as they can provide insight to your finances and help you stay engaged. To ensure that your finances are regularly reviewed and that you remain on top of the situation, considering setting up a quarterly review meeting with your accountant. While this requires an additional payment for their time, the benefit of knowing your business financial situation is worth the cost. Now is the perfect time to begin this habit, as regular reviews can assist with growing and planning. Listen, I'm also going to give you guys, for those of you that say, well, Dr. Pitts, I just can't afford a CPA or an accountant. My advice to you is there are softwares that will help you get across that threshold and take you to that next level when it comes to making sure that you're keeping track of your books. So if you are like most business owners, you know that bookkeeping is important. You also know that it can be a real pain to keep track of everything yourself. That's why it's important to find a good bookkeeping system that will help you keep track of your finances and make sure that everything is in order. Now, listen, if you guys want that software, make sure that you comment in the comment sections, and I'll make sure that I get that software to you guys. There are a lot of different bookkeeping softwares and systems that are out there. So it's important to find out that which one will work well for your business. You want to consider the size of your business, the type of your business you have, and the bookkeeping system that will best fit your needs. Remember that what works for one may not work for others. All right. So even though I may advise you on which softwares that we use, you may say, Dr. Pitts, I appreciate it, but this one just doesn't have this and this, and I need this and this and that, right? However, at least you are aware that things like this exist. Okay. So the first tip is keep your books up to date. Make sure you keep your books up to date so you can track your progress and identify any areas where you may need to make improvements. The second tip is use a bookkeeping software. Again, like I stated before, there are many different bookkeeping software programs available that can make bookkeeping much easier. Find one that fits your needs and use it to streamline your bookkeeping process. Sorry about that, guys. Tip three is stay organized. Bookkeeping can be very overwhelming, so it is important to stay organized. Create a system that works for you and stick to it. This will make bookkeeping much less stressful. What do I mean by that? Listen, there are apps that capture your receipts. It compartmentalizes them. So when you do find that software, you can literally just upload everything that you capture right into that format. If you're collecting the receipts, my advice is take a picture of it, because I stated to you guys before, paper will fade. Okay. Anything that requires some kind of documentation, you want to make sure that you have a folder set aside specifically for that, so you can reference to it at any given time when you do pick up that CPA and bookkeeper, because you're growing your business to the point where you'll be able to have somebody on staff. You want to make sure that they have access to as much documentation as they possibly can to make sure that, again, the books are on track. Tip 4, keep good records. Good records are essential for bookkeeping. Make sure you keep track of all income and expenses so you can easily see where your money is going. Very, very important. You may say, man, I had $10,000 and now I only got $2,000. Once you start to identify where your money is going, you'll say, wow, I'm spending too much money in this area, right? I need to maneuver and start spending more money in this area, right? So that's the reason why keeping good records is very, very important. Tip 5, hire a professional. If bookkeeping is not your thing, consider hiring a professional bookkeeper. They can take care of all the details for you and free up your time so you can focus on running your business. So 3 elements in this. You either hire somebody that's a professional, you either have somebody that is very knowledgeable in this area, and then pay maybe for a certification for them, especially if they're already in-house in your business. Pay a certification so they can get certified and be a lot more skillful in that area. And then last but not least, have a software. And here's my thing. You want to have a software, whether you have a professional or not, or you have somebody in-house or not. Why? Because even though they are the ones that you're delegating to, you still want to have your eyes on the prize. Remember that, guys. Do never lose track of that, okay? So listen, I hope that this information was helpful. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, do me a favor. Share it with 15 people that you know that may need to hear this and say, hey, I need to know some information about bookkeeping and keeping my books together. And I want to make sure that it's done right? And that is the season that we're in, guys. In 2023, we want to make sure that we are on the up and up with the things that we need to have for our taxes, for, our accountants and everybody else, even for yourself. Okay. Listen, you guys already know my quote. Coming together is the beginning. Sticking together is progress, but working together is success. My name is Dr. Casual Pitts, and I'll see you guys on day 16 of Mayhem in May. Peace.